I am a publisher, writer, editor, daughter, sister, auntie, dog mom, and many other things, including currently a cancer patient. But I am not a doctor or medical professional of any sort. What you are about to watch is an episode of my journey through cancer. I'm sharing my adventure with you in hopes that you'll find something here that's comforting and maybe even inspiring. This video is not intended to provide any sort of diagnosis or treatment plan. Please go talk with your doctor for professional medical advice. So there is a series of classic comedy albums, and yes, albums because I have these on vinyl, featuring Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks, called The 2,000-Year-Old Man. The first 2,000-Year-Old Man was released in 1960 and the last in 2000. And the premise of it is that Carl Reiner, as an interviewer, newsman, straight man type, asks questions of a man who is 2,000 years old, who is played by Mel Brooks. And it's brilliant. You knew Jesus, asks Carl Reiner, and Mel Brooks answers, yeah. Thin lad, wore sandals, hung around with 11 other guys, always came into the store, never bought anything, always asked for water. If you're not laughing, it's because of my terrible delivery. You've got to hear Mel Brooks do it. I know this is an old cultural reference, but I've turned so many millennials and Zoomers onto this, and they laugh just as hard at it as I ever did. So, so go listen to it now. It's absolutely brilliant. The reason I bring up The 2,000-Year-Old Man is that there is one exchange in it that I've been quoting to my brother for years. Carl Reiner asks Mel Brooks, who is about his period as a caveman. And he said, when did you discover that there was a God? And Mel Brooks answers, well, the leader of our tribe was a guy named Phil. And one day Phil was laying down some laws for the tribe, and suddenly a lightning bolt came out of the sky and struck him down. And he said, that's when we all realized there's something bigger than Phil. My brother's name is Philip. Nobody but his old high school friends ever call him Phil. But whenever he got too big for his boots, which admittedly wasn't often, I used to say to him, there's something bigger than Phil. And that's a good reminder that there's always something bigger than you are. I was diagnosed with cancer. And when you get a diagnosis like that, the whole world revolves around cancer and getting it out of you. And then my best friend's mother died. And I realized that there was something bigger. There was something more immediate that needed to be attended to. No, I didn't stop thinking about cancer. I didn't stop doing the things I need to do to get it out of me. Good diet, exercise, hydration, keeping appointments to get my port installed, have my MRI, and all of that. But I did stop thinking about it in an obsessive way. Comforting my friend, cooking for her family, doing the things that I could do to help them weather this terrible loss. These were the things that became important. It was necessary, and it was important, and it's what you do for people you love, and it was also the healthiest thing I could do for myself. So here's a reminder for you. When you think you're facing the worst thing that could possibly happen, other people are also facing the worst thing that could possibly happen. And it doesn't help you if all you think about is you and your worst thing, but it does help you if you make yourself helpful to other people.
I am so, so sorry that I got knocked out of my obsession with cancer in this very sad, sad way. But I am making a promise to myself and to Mrs. C that I will try to retain the lesson at this point.
If you liked this video or found it helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell.